Welcome back to the final NPC summary match for round 2 of the Brew Bowl, and this one will be the Sloe Thicket Pantry Raiders going up against the Death River Revengerz. So let's take a look at how the game went. So for deployment, the Raiders win the coin toss and elect to receive in the first half. Before the match can even get underway, both sides end up offending the referees, and soon a player from each side is on the ground stunned. Raiders turn 1. The slow speed of the treatment doesn't allow the Halflings to move the ball very far down the field. Instead, they form a cage just in front of their own line. Kindroot Longbranch roots himself in place, so Sago Heathertoes has to complete the front of the cage, with Cedric Patchwood carrying the ball. Revengerz turn 1. The Revengerz move forward to hold up the Raiders' line. Niall the Fang blitzes into Sago Heathertoes, knocking him down and stunning him. Ulod uses this opportunity to run over and foul Otto Dottingham. He's able to get through the Halfling's armour and seriously injure him. However, the Raiders' newly hired apothecary steps in and treats the injury quickly, allowing Dottingham to return to the match in the next drive. Raiders turn 2. Poplar Wood Talon blocks Gonzrid, knocking him back. Then Cedric Patchwood hands the ball off to Deagle Gardner. Gardner runs up alongside Poplar Wood Talon, daring not to go any further lest he be beset by Orks. Rudy Goutsby attempts to dodge away to provide additional defence, but the Halfling is tripped and goes down. Revengerz turn 2. A combination of a block from Gonzrid, a blitz from Wurzog, and a block from Ulod sees Deagle Gardner knocked over the sideline, still carrying the ball. Gardner is knocked out by the crowd and the ball is thrown across the pitch, where Gughuck collects it and starts raining down the sideline. Umdor Woolstride blocks Cedric Patchwood and knocks the Halfling lineman down, stunning him. Raiders turn 3. Poplar Wood Talon blocks Gonzrid and knocks him down next to the sideline. Sago Heathertoes gets up and tries to run into a position to block Gughuck, but he is tripped by Niall Fang and knocks himself out. Revengerz turn 3. Niall Fang and Umdor Woolstride gather around Cedric Patchwood, and then Karzik comes in to deliver a foul. Patchwood is knocked out by the action, but Karzik is caught by the referees and is ejected from the game. Raiders turn 4. With Kindroot Longbranch still rooted and no one else in range to get to Gughuck, the Raiders instead focus on what damage they can do to the Revengerz players. Ruby Goutsby gets up and dodges through to provide support to Poplar Wood Talon, who shoves Wurzog into the crowd. The Orc Blitzer manages to escape the masses unharmed and returns to his team's dugout. Revengerz turn 4. Ulod manages to shove Ruby Goutsby over the sideline, and the crowd badly injures the Halfling, taking Goutsby out for the rest of the match. Gughuck runs down the field to within inches of the scoring line. Then Niall the Fang attempts to blitz Poplar Wood Talon with the assistance of Umdor Woolstride, Ulod, and Gonzrid. The block is very poorly timed, however, and the treatment slams Niall the Fang down. When the dust clears, the Orc Biggin is clearly dead. Raiders turn 5. Poplar Wood Talon turns its attention to Ulod and attempts to block the Orc. The block results in both players going down, though neither is hurt. Revengerz turn 5. Gonzrid delivers a foul on the down treatment after Ulod stands up. The 3 Orcs combined are able to break through the hard armour of Wood Talon, though all they can do is stun the tree. Not wanting to stall any longer, Gughuck runs the ball in for a score, putting the Revengerz up 1-0. Raiders turn 6. Deciding they lack the conditions for a one-turn touchdown, the Raiders instead have Cedric Patchwood collect the ball and throw an easy pass to Calamity Dewfoot, if only for the stats. Revengerz turn 6. Wurzog blitzes in and hits Otto Dottingham. Despite the superior strength of the Orc Blitzer, Wurzog fails to account for the fact that Dottingham has trained himself to block, and neither player goes down. With no more blocks to be made and no down players to foul, the Revengerz let the clock run out and the halftime whistle blows, with the Revengerz still up 1-0. Second half deployment. The Raiders kick off. The Revengerz are fast off the mark, with both Wurzog and Umdor Woolstride getting out before the ball even comes down. Gughuck gets under the kick and catches it on the full. Revengerz turn 7. Gonzrid, Ulod, and Dromdaz all form a cage around Gughuck. Umdor Woolstride runs forward to threaten Cedric Patchwood, and Wurzog blitzes into Sago Heathertoes, though he's able to knock the Halfling down. Halfling lineman down. He's able to knock the Halfling lineman down. Sorry. Raiders turn 7. Sago Heathertoes and Calamity Dewfoot work together to push Wurzog to the sideline. Kindroot Longbranch blitzes into Ulod, knocking him back. Poplar Wood Talon moves to assist Cedric Patchwood, who throws a weak block against Umdor Woolstride, though he is still able to knock the big and black back. Otto Dottingham and Deagle Gardner move to hold up the front of the Orcs' cage. Revengerz turn 8. Wurzog gets clear of the sideline by pushing Sega Heathertoes back. Gonsrid knocks over Otto Dottingham, and Gughuk uses the opening to run past the Raiders' defenders. With some assistance from Dromdaz and Ulod, Umdor Woolstraw is able to knock Kindred Longbranch back, but not down. Raiders turn 8. Cedric Patchwood blitzes into Gughuk and knocks the blitzer back. Kindred Longbranch pushes Gonsrid up against the sideline, and Poplar Woodtalon moves in to mark Umdor Woolstride and Dromdaz. Sega Heathertoes is able to knock Wurzog down again along the sideline, and Calamity Dewfoot delivers a foul, though can't get through the blitzer's armor. Revengerz turn 9. Ulod moves around to mark Poplar Woodtalon, and Umdor Woolstride attempts to block the treatment. Both players end up going down unhurt, and the Revengerz play ends. Raiders turn 9. Kindred Longbranch pushes Gonsrid into the crowd, where the Ork is badly hurt. Dealgarden then moves around, allowing Otto Dottingham to push Gughuk into the, over the line, to the line, before Cedric Patchwood pushes him over. The crowd savagely mauls Gughuk, and the blitzer is so badly hurt he'll have to miss the next round of play. The ball is thrown back in and lands in the Raiders' end zone. Calamity Dewfoot delivers another ineffective foul on Wurzog before Sega Heathertoes runs to gather the football. Heathertoes fumbles the pick, however, and the ball comes loose. Revengerz turn 10. Ulod blitzes into Sega Heathertoes, knocking the halfling back, before Dromdaz runs through and picks up the ball. Wurzog is finally able to stand up, and Umdor Woolstride moves to tie up the halfling players. Raiders turn 10. Kindred Longbranch easily pushes Umdor Woolstride back, though becomes rooted in the process. Deagle Gardner moves to assist Poplar Woodtalon in standing up, then Cedric Patchwood and Otto Dottingham both move to assist Sega Heathertoes in making a blitz on Dromdaz. They knock the lineman down, and the ball is once again loose. Calamity Dewfoot attempts to dodge away to go for the ball, but the halfling is tripped by Wurzog. Revengerz turn 11. Dromdaz gets up and blitzes Cedric Patchwood, knocking him down. Ulod then throws a block at Sega Heathertoes, but can't get a knockdown. Despite the ball being marked by Heathertoes, Wurzog is able to run through and grab it before dodging away to score the Revengerz' second touchdown, putting them up 2-0. Raiders turn 11. After the reset, the Revengerz' kickoff is very shallow. The Raiders form a defensive line with Cedric Patchwood running out front to grab the ball and then throw a pass to Deagle Gardner, who is safely behind the treeman. Revengerz turn 12. Anticipating a thrown halfling, the Orks attempt to put whatever markers they can on the treeman. Umdor Woolstride knocks back Cedric Patchwood, but no one else is blocked during this play. Raiders turn 12. Calamity Dewfoot runs around to assist Otto Dottingham and is in knocking back Ulod. No longer marked, Poplar Wolftalon picks up Deagle Gardner and expertly throws the halfling down the pitch. Gardner lands easily and runs in the ball right on the full-time whistle. The halflings don't win the game, but they do avoid a whitewash, with a final score being 2-1 Revengerz. So that was the last NPC summary game for round 2. We'll have the round summary for you very shortly, and then we can start planning for our round 3 matches as we go deeper into this holiday season and into the new year. So thank you for watching today. Stay tuned. We'll be back with some more Brew Bowl action very soon.